Wow. I just saw it. I just saw the thing change. All right, great sensei. Yes, great sensei.
And so, yep, look at my lips on this screen. So live is live.
I told
So
you, lady in red.
we are out to the
All right,
world.
great sensei. Yes, great sensei.
So I am going to mute up here. Awesome. Wonderful. Hello, everybody out there in Facebook. I am really happy to. This is the day. Ladre, I didn't even tell you this. This is the day I
Hello,
am
everybody out there.
relaunching
I am
Drastic Steps with
really
Toni Harris
happy.
Taylor now.
This is
If
the day.
some of you have been following me for a long time, you know that I used to have a radio show.
Drastic
And people have been telling me to do video for the longest. Ladre is having fun with the technology. People have been saying, Toni, you got to do video. And so I've decided to relaunch my show, Drastic Steps with Toni Harris Taylor. And I'm going to be bringing to you entrepreneurs from around the world for you to meet, follow, get connected to, help them promote their business, of course, promote me and my business. But you know what? If we don't support each other, who's going to support us? Right. And so it's important that we use this technology that Facebook gives us to our benefit. And I know that's drastic for some of you, but it's going to be great. If you don't know who I am, my name is Toni Harris Taylor. I am a motivational marketing coach and speaker. I'm an international speaker. I've spoken in several all around the country and in Canada twice. So I'm an author. There's a couple of my books here. Sometimes you have to take a drastic step to turn your life around. Many people agree with me, and it doesn't matter if it's a personal life or a professional life. You got to turn your life around. And then, if you look on the back of the book, some of my turnarounds include weight loss, right? Being able to lose over 200 pounds cumulatively over the last 20 years. And then I also have Sort of Success with Sales and Marketing, a little tip book to help entrepreneurs, solopreneurs to get known, get connected, and get paid. And my business is Drastic Steps Marketing, and you can find me at drasticstepsmarketing.com. So I'm going to launch today with someone who's near and dear to my heart. I met him in 2015 when I spoke at the Black Enterprise Conference, which was such a blessing and privilege to be able to speak at that conference. And he was on the hot seat, right? And he raised his hand, volunteered to be on the hot seat, which is tip number one. Anytime someone gives you an opportunity, say who you are and what you do, and to show up, show up. And we've been connected for the last 2 years as a result of him showing up. And so I am going to introduce you to Ladre because he is trying to figure out this technology. First of all, leave the camera alone, dude.
Okay. It's better now, though. It was higher.
You're fine. You're perfect right there. And he is the founder of the Better Life Institute. And another thing that I teach my clients is when you travel, call out the people on your social media in that city. And so I arranged a lunch. Every time I go to Atlanta, he lives in Atlanta, I look him up and we get together. And so ever since 2015, we've seen each other every time I pass through Atlanta. And this last time he came, sold out of his books to my people. You're selling your books to my people. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. And I offered him an opportunity to be a sponsor on my upcoming event, the 0 to 100K Marketing Success Summit in February. And he said yes to being a sponsor. So he's going to be a sponsor. One of the title sponsors, he took the big package, and I'm excited that he took that drastic step because it's drastic to do things like that. And so I want to introduce you to my friend and brother, Ladre Weathersby. How are you, my friend?
I am well, Toni. How you doing, lady?
I am wonderful. And thank you for joining me for a few minutes just to introduce the audience to who you are, what you do, and what you intend to give them when you come to the summit. So, again, I gave you my overview, but tell these folks who you are.
Okay. Again, my name is Ladre Weathersby. I laugh because I know people in the world today are title hungry, and they always say that their name is Dr. So-and-so, Apostle so-and-so. No, what's on my birth certificate is Ladre Weathersby.
But you're about to be a doctor now, so don't take that away from you.
I don't downplay the doctor status. I am in the, thank God, the last half of publishing the dissertation. I had to switch methodologies, and it's driven me cuckoo because that was a drastic step to go from what I studied for 2 years to now on year 3 of what I have not studied, and I'm still learning and doing it at the same time. So that's, drastic is not the word. I'm originally from Chicago. I'm a school teacher by trade. I've been in business for 13 years. The last 6 years, I've been completely self-employed. So again, another drastic step. Because it's a leap of faith to go into business in any degree, and to put yourself in the position where your only income is from what you kill, as they said in 300. If you don't slay it, you don't eat it. And so it's been a wild ride, but I'm a better man for it. I'm a better business owner for it. I'm a better person for it. So I'm excited about that part of my journey. I started Better Life Institute back in 2013. We've gone through some nomenclature changes, which is what all business owners will do if they're serious about business. You go version 1, version 2, version 3. You just got to get some other stuff done, and it happens. So, but Better Life Institute has been around since 2013. I started off in business as a Legal Shield agent. I still have my agency. I'm extremely grateful because the 85% of my income from Legal Shield this year has been residual income. That is, wow. But I saw that people weren't really taking advantage of the service. And I started praying about it. Well, Lord, what's wrong? And he told me, he said, people are trying to build a 200-story skyscraper on a 2-inch foundation.
Wow.
That means that people don't have the infrastructure in place to understand and to take advantage of certain opportunities. We were talking earlier. I feel sorry for people who don't do any personal development at all. They're just totally oblivious to the power of personal development. Why? Because you getting better makes you better for everybody else.
That's right.
You're better for you.
That's right.
If I'm on an island by myself, I'm a much better me today than what I was 5 years ago. So I'm excited for personal development. But there's an aspect of education that people need. So because I'm a school teacher by trade, and I started coaching, I've married the two, because sometimes people do need to know more. People do need to know on a greater level. But the other times people need somebody to walk with them, go through it with them, not from the standpoint of a parent, you're bad, you're wrong. No, but from saying, hey, let's try this. Let's look at this angle. Let's work it from this side and see what happens, and do it with them. Don't just send them home with it. No, walk them through the process. And so that's what Better Life Institute has allowed me to do, to help people have a better life holistically, instead of just the better finances, instead of just the better health.
I love that, because when I talk to you about the summit, you like, well, people can't have a better business if they don't have a better life. And that is so true, because if business sucks, if life sucks, business will suck.
Yes.
And so if you don't learn how to get past all the negative energy in your world, the negative self-talk, the limiting beliefs that we bring from our past, how can you build a better business? So you're a perfect sponsor. And I think I slotted you on the first day, because we got to get our mind clear in order to receive all of the business information. So I mentioned that you sold out of your books. You were a contributing author to a beautiful book. I know you got it. This boy is a marketer too.
That's why I went off camera. I had to go get it.
So tell us the name of that book. And I read your story, which was wonderful. And what an overview of the story.
Well, the book is called 20 Beautiful Men. Let me drop this for your those who will watch this in your network and in mine. Well, you know my brother Delatore McNeil. I went to his event in 2015 as well. Well, it was one of these years. I forget the years. Anyway, he said something that when I tell you, it changed the course of my life.
Wow.
He said, and I quote, "Access to the next level requires an investment." So I paid the money to go to that event and heard that. It shifted my life. I was on Facebook and I saw a sponsored link for the book. Now, I've got a bunch of books I've been talking about writing, all this other kind of stuff I've been talking about doing. But I told the Lord, I said, listen, if you open the door, I bust it open. If you put your super on top of my natural, I'll give you the glory. And so I took advantage of the opportunity. And so I was selected after she read my story to co-author this book. And the purpose, the thing behind the book, I'll read this because I don't want people to get it confused. Saba, she describes a beautiful man as simply a man who will share his story so other men and women won't feel alone. A beautiful man is peaceful. He's made peace with his past. A beautiful man is passionate. He's on fire with a strong desire to change the world. A beautiful man is purposeful. He knows why he was born and he does what he was created to do. So when I found out that's what she wanted, I have no problem being transparent. And
Right.
That's a little bit of what's going to happen at the summit in Houston. I am going to be very transparent because a lot of times people are so busy being taught and mentored that they're never coached. Be equal with me in the moment. You don't have to be on the high horse to talk to me. And you don't have to be so low that I can't hear that you can't hear me when I speak, but be on an equal playing field. Meet me
Right.
where I am.
Right.
Tell me where I've been. And because you've been ahead of me as a coach, now help me avoid some of the pitfalls that come with it. Come on. As a parent, you can't help your children avoid everything, but you can help them avoid just a few things. And that's how our generations will get successively better because we're helping them avoid a few things instead of leaving them wide open to everything else. So I talk about my story. My chapter is called Faith Without Works because I'm the son of a bishop and a pastor. And I just got so tired of hearing, let God do it. Let God do it. Well, dang nabbit. If God is supposed to do everything, then what am I supposed to do?
Right.
And so many people, because they have not tapped into the better life yet, they're waiting on some external force. They're waiting on some external something. They say, I want my ducks to line up. I want my ship to come in. But those are things that you have no control over. So when you tap into the better life phenomena, you begin to take ownership. You begin to take accountability and responsibility for what's going on in your life. And you lose the victim mentality. Oh my God, that is so great.
It is so great and so powerful. And I was moved and inspired by your story. And I know that when you speak, you got an hour to lay it on them, how to get out of their own way so that they can produce works. You got to have faith.
Gotta have faith.
We don't take nothing away from that. But you got to give God something to bless. I actually told my husband that the other day. You got to give him something to bless by putting one foot in front of the other. I also love where you said, Delatore said, and I ain't going to get it exactly right, but he said, greater access requires an investment.
Mm-hmm.
It absolutely does. Every time I've invested in myself and shown up, they go hand in hand. Right? You can't just spend the money, not show up.
And show up at that.
Right. You got to show up and be ready to receive, what's there for you. And so you are right on point. And I know, have you ever been to Houston?
I haven't been to Houston since 1998 or 99. Oh my God. And I was only in Galveston and Beaumont. I really wasn't in Houston proper. So I'm going to take an extra day and just really spend some time in Houston. I've got a couple of people there too.
You got people here?
Just a couple.
Wonderful. I hope I see them and meet them.
Look, you ought to know I'm going to tag them and make sure that they see this video. Now watch this though. You mentioned what you recounted what Del Toro said. In network marketing, we always say that success loves speed, which is true. But I've changed that statement a little bit. I say success loves speed, but God favors consistency. Because we're talking about works, you know, and so many people are.
Right. And it's easy to be. I've been there. I'm there sometimes, any day. So
you say this morning,
perfect, right? But having people, you know, my coach keeps me consistent. Mm-hmm. You know, I know your coach keeps you consistent, and the coaches need coaches.
Yes,
because we are so close to our situation that we can't see it. The way it really is. And, you know, it's so interesting. But yeah, consistency is so key, especially when you're talking about building a business and marketing and sales. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just so excited that you said yes, and that you're going to come to Houston and pour into my people, but you're also going to receive. Because when you sponsor, especially at the level you sponsor, you're going to get all the connections. Right. Whoa. So you're a VIP, you get stage time, you get all the people connecting with you. This will be great for your business. So I'm looking forward to the conference in February. So if you haven't heard about it, it's the 0 to 100K Marketing Success Summit. And it is February 8th through 10th at the Houston Food Bank. You can find information online at drasticstepsmarketing.com/0 ZEROTO 100. Spell it all out. ZEROTO 100, or just go to Drastic Steps Marketing and click it on the menu. You'll find out all the details there. Today, December 15th, ends our early bird pricing. So it's $247 today. If you are a drastic stepper, an action taker, and you want a better life, then you need to sign up today. The price goes up $150 tomorrow. So it's worth every penny. Let's talk a little bit about that, because I get, you know, if people have this free mentality, right? I want free, or I want low cost. You know what? Free mentality harms entrepreneurs in such a big way. And let me explain what I mean by that. Yes, there's lots of stuff out there for free. If you go to my website, you will be able to sign up for my free giveaway. And that's fine. But what happens is you become unable to charge yourself because you're so used to receiving free.
Yes.
You cannot invest more. You can't ask people to invest more in you and your business than you're willing to invest in you and your business. So if you're $250 or even $397 is too much to invest in you and your business, you're never going to be able to ask people to invest in themselves at that level with you. So I really want to empower you all to think, whether you come to this event or any event, as Ladre said, you must attend events and get your personal development so you can have success in your life, your business, your family, your marriage, every relationship. You've got to develop yourself personal and get out of your own way. So if you don't come to mine, come to someone else's. Mm-hmm. But I would love to see you there with this big old smile. You got two of the biggest smiles you'll ever see. And we're going to have a blast as well. It's not all serious business. You're going to learn a lot. It's interactive. You're going to get some stuff done, but you're also going to expand your network, because I have several people coming from around the country. So the connections you're going to make are going to be phenomenal. So, Ladre, do you want to end this with any last words to the audience?
You know, you said something, and I'll give the viewers a foretaste of one part I'm going to talk about. I'm probably going to do about 5 separate sessions in 10-minute increments. So when I get done, So as a school teacher, sidebar, I was so content rich. My kids would walk out of my class after after 70 minutes of a 90 class, because I was done, and they will walk out holding their head sometimes, because I'm very content intense. So I'm warning everybody. But you mentioned about this free mentality. So watch this. One of the challenges that we struggle with as people in business is that we have not separated us as a person in business from a regular consumer.
Ooh, powerful.
You can't marry the two mindsets. You know, the Bible says it this way, that everything having to do with God is at complete enmity or complete hatred of everything that has to do with the kingdom of darkness. And as a business owner, the consumer mindset is valuable for finding a void to fill, but it's not valuable for filling the void in operation. So as a consumer, yes, you're looking for the very best deal, which usually for most people means the lowest price. Mm-hmm. But as a business owner, because every dime you spend as a person in business is an investment. I don't spend money haphazardly. If I go buy a pack of gum, I'm buying a pack of gum because I'm going to a networking event, and I expect that 50-cent pack of gum to turn into at least $50 in contacts. You're not ready for me. Every dime I spend is an investment. So because I'm a person in business, I'm looking for a return. Whereas most consumers are just looking to say, I saved some money. Totally.
Right.
Just a quick foretaste of some things that we'll talk about.
I love that. That was
not
perfect.
Planned. That was not planned, but I heard you, so you opened the door, so I figured I'd run through it. So
awesome. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for that, because that was powerful. Again, if you want more of Ladre in person, register today. The early bird goes away, so today is the day. DrasticStepsMarketing.com/ZEROTO100, or just go to the website and click the link and get registered today. All right. Thank you, my brother. I can't wait to hug you, see you, meet your friends in Houston.
Yes.
And this technology is awesome. So
I'm going to buy a new camera as soon as we get off this thing, because I'm like, your camera's so much clearer than mine. I need to upgrade. And that's what you do with powerful associations.
Thank you. See, you learn something and you grow. So stay tuned. The goal is every Friday to have a Drastic Steps with Toni Harris Taylor show, except for next Friday, because next Friday, I am on a family vacation, and my coaches and mentors have told me, swarm me off of work, which is a whole nother, that's a coaching from the kitchen coming up.
I know that right, still gonna be going while you go.
Soon. Thank you so much. And we'll see all of you all soon. This is Toni Harris Taylor, the turnaround queen, saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye.